I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to run ads for your clinic in 2026. Now, buckle in because it's going to be a little bit of a long one, but it's going to show you exactly what to look out for so you don't get scammed by agencies in the future. So the old way of running ads is that you used to be able to do a CBO campaign, run just some static ads. You didn't even need video ads, literally just static ads at £30 a day, and you would direct that traffic to an instant form where they'd fill in their information, really basic qualifying information, and then your receptionist would receive those details and give them a call within 24 hours. Now, the reason why this doesn't work anymore is because there is so much competition. Everyone nowadays is opening up a marketing agency because they've bought a course that's showing them how to market for businesses. Now, what this has done is now there's so many agencies out there, they've worked with clinics and given really bad results. But the point is that there are so many clinics out there now running ads because everybody is providing this as a service. They may not be doing it well, but there is just a lot more competition, let's put it that way. And the market was a lot easier to sell to. Back then, the trust was a lot higher than they are now. Now where there's a lot more dental practice coming in, some people have been scammed in the past, and just overall the market isn't at its best right now because there just isn't that trust there. And so adding on to that, you didn't even need an organic page. I advise having a really strong organic page. Isn't only for getting sales, it's more for nurturing and giving that trust. Now, the first place of research that people go to in order to get information about a business is social media. They don't even go on your website anymore. It's all TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So that's why it's very important. The next thing is speed to lead. Back then, you could have that receptionist dialing within 24 hours. It didn't matter. But now there's significant evidence showing that if you don't call your lead within 5 minutes now of them inquiring or them opting in, the chances of them converting drops by like 80%. So this is why it's really important that there's speed to lead there. So let me show you the way that you should be running ads right now in 2026. You want to be doing an ABO campaign. The reason being is that you just have more control over where the ad spend is going, and you want to be testing multiple angles. On top of that, you want to be testing video ads, and you want to be testing static ads as well. Nowadays, static ads alone is not going to cut it. You need to be running video ads and static ads, testing different angles, and then scaling up the angles and the ads that are working the best, and literally just creating more variations of it, and boom, scaling it. Then instead of directing them to an instant form, we want to be sending them to a landing page. Now, what this landing page does is it qualifies the lead before they book through. We do this through a VSL, which is a video sales letter. Essentially what this is a video on the hero section of your landing page, explaining everything about the offer, explaining everything about the treatment, everything about your guys' brand, anything they need to know essentially before they book that consultation. And then we want to be qualifying them through a qualification form. The reason why this is so important is because because it will give your team the most information about this lead as possible, but B, we can actually set up something called pixel conditioning. Now, what pixel conditioning actually does is essentially you might have a lead that is very qualified, or you might have a lead that is not so qualified. We can determine this through the questions that we're asking on the form. And then what happens is we can use conditional logic within the form to send the super qualified leads to a different confirmation page. Now, when the lead lands on that confirmation page, and bear in mind this is the super qualified lead, this persona is going to be sent back to Facebook, and the pixel is going to be fired, and you're going to be optimizing for that type of lead instead of the other type of lead. And this type of lead usually has higher spending power, is a bit more urgent to get that treatment done. And these are the types of people that we want. So we are going to be sending this information back to Meta saying, give me more of these people. But where a lot of agencies go wrong is that they just optimize this pixel fire to be on the landing page. So everyone that lands on that landing page is going to be, the pixel is going to be firing, giving that information back to Meta, and Meta's just going to be keep sending you those leads. But we want the super qualified leads. So we're putting it on that conditional logic confirmation page where they are the super qualified leads that have come from that qualification from the form. So that is why that is so important. And now this confirmation page also wants to be handling objections. So we are going to be doing something called breakout videos. So for every objection that they might have, how long does the treatment take? Will I experience any pain? Who am I going to be dealing with? What post-treatment side effects can I be experiencing after I've had the treatment done? All these objections which they're going to be giving you, we can have them all within these breakout videos. It's like a FAQ section within the confirmation page. Now, this is going to nurture the lead so much, and it's going to actually increase their show rate. So now to decrease the no-show rate, what we want to be doing is having an email nurturing sequence. This is going to come into play between when they've booked the consultation and when the consultation is actually happening. You're going to be sending them value emails, so educating them about the treatment that they've inquired about. You're going to be sending them testimonial videos to show why you guys are the best, because I guarantee you that all your competitors, if they had this treatment done before at one of your competitors, they have not had this email sequence sent to them. And often before the consultation, they're going to be debating whether, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea to go with this brand. Now, this email nurturing sequence is going to mitigate that completely. So you're going to be sending them testimonials, you're going to be sending them reminders, obviously, to turn up to the consultation, and this all just reduces that no-show rate. And on top of that, remember how I was saying about speed to lead earlier? You want to be using some AI follow-up. So nowadays we are in the time where your receptionist doesn't have to be dialing the phone 24/7. We can literally just get an AI agent to do all of that. It sounds all completely human. The AI agent can literally do it all for you. So within 5 minutes of them inquiring, this AI agent is going to phone them up, it's going to qualify them, and it's going to confirm their appointment and handle any objections that they might have. Now, this is where the magic happens, retargeting. You want to be creating middle of funnel and bottom of funnel content directed towards this warm pool of audience which you have generated. The way this works is that, of course, not everybody is going to book a consultation. So this leaves a pool of people who have maybe even visited your landing page. Maybe they're interested about the treatment. Now, we are going to be targeting these people that haven't booked this consultation yet. Now, the way that you want to be doing this is that you want to be targeting people that have watched over 50% of your top of funnel offer, direct offer ads that we have been doing earlier that direct them to the landing page. And then you also want to be targeting people who have visited the landing page but did not book that consultation, all through that middle of funnel and bottom of funnel content. Now, on top of that, your organic content game needs to be on point. So the goal of the organic is to nurture and build that trust. Where everybody goes wrong is that they are posting organic content to sell. This is a big mistake. You want to be nurturing and building trust. So you want to be using a mix of professional videography, a mix of iPhone and UGC content. So you want to be doing reels, short form videos, before and after results. You want to be doing educational content, behind the scenes, patient testimonials, FAQs, and myth busting. So obviously here you can see that, imagine somebody lands on your page and they see a testimonial video shot like this. Look how professional this is. This is what you want to be doing. A patient walkthrough video. So showing the whole customer journey from A to B, and then show the treatments being done, show that friendly environment, show why they should go to you over your competitors. This is where you need to be building that trust. And now diving into a little bit more of the AI backend, you want to be automating all of that lead handling and that whole nurturing process on the backend. And the way we do this is with the AI calling the lead within 5 minutes, which we've already covered, having that CRM auto enrolling these leads into different sequences depending on their status, and then also having appointment booking automations, pre-consultation reminders. And now this is a really big one, which is the reporting and the pipeline tracking. You need to be on top of your numbers nowadays. If you don't have data, how are you going to know what works and what doesn't work? Now, the only way you're going to figure this out is if you are properly tracking your numbers. This is a dashboard that we made for one of our clients, showing actually the revenue attributed to AI. So we actually generated one of our clients £45,500 purely just from this AI backend structure. This is excluding the front end, literally £45,000 just from the AI backend. Now, why this works in 2026 is because the competition is higher. Like I said before, everyone is now scrolling on social media, seeing your competitors everywhere. So many people are pitching them different offers. Why should they go with you? And now your organic page needs to reflect that. And then your landing page is going to filter those time wasters. So remember how we had that qualification form? We are not going to be sending the time wasters back to Meta and optimizing for that. We are literally going to be excluding these people and only sending back the information to Meta of the quality leads that you actually want. And then your confirmation page is going to reduce that no-show. And then that AI speed to lead is going to beat every single competitor who their reception calls up the next day. This is another big thing which I haven't even mentioned yet. Now, say someone inquires on your social media page, you get back to them instantly. Within that 5 seconds, you have a way which you can get them through the door. However, your competitors, they're waiting for their receptionist to get back in, check the Instagram DMs the next morning at 9 a.m. But that's the difference. This time delay is what costs so many clinics so much money. And then obviously onto the retargeting. So this retargeting is going to recapture those warm leads that were already interested and just get them the final push through the door. So I hope this entire setup makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to send us a DM on Instagram. And if you do want to implement this system into your clinic, we do actually handle all of that as a done for you package. Everything from the strategy to the videography to the front end to the back end, everything as I mentioned here and more, completely done for you. So if you are interested, there should be a link in our bio. Click on that, book a call with us, and then we'll talk on there. However, we only help clinics doing over £30,000 a month. However, if you are not doing over £30,000 a month, then I hope you learned something from this, but our offer is not for you. Take everything you learned from this video, come back to us when you are doing over £30,000 a month. But either way, to anyone watching this video, I hope that you managed to learn something from it.